Hello students, I am Bhumika from Ved Education. We have discussed about the introduction of polynomial in my previous session, and today we are going to discuss the next topic, and which is value of the polynomial for any real number and geometrical representation of the polynomial. So let's get started. So first, the value of the polynomial for any real number. For understanding this topic, let's consider one polynomial. I have considered here this polynomial p of x is equal to x square minus 3x minus 4. Now we'll find the value of this polynomial at different two numbers, different two types of real numbers. See, let's take x is equal to n minus 1. First we will find the value of this polynomial at x is equal to 2. So for this we place 2 at the place of x. We substitute 2 where there is x in the polynomial and we calculate and find the value. So here see, p of 2 is equal to 2 square minus 3 into 2 minus 4. Okay. So and we get the answer here minus 6. Same way we will go for the minus 1. Substitute minus 1 at the place of x where there is x in the polynomial. So minus 1 square minus 3 into minus 1 minus 4. As we calculate this, then we get the answer 0. So here you can observe, friends, that here we get the answer minus 6. So we can say that this is the value of the polynomial at 2, and here we get the answer 0. That is the value of the polynomial at minus 1. But here we get the answer 0, so we can say that minus 1 is the 0 of the given polynomial. Again I am saying we get the answer 0, so we can say minus 1 is the 0 of the given polynomial. So let's now understand what is the zeros of the polynomial. It is oftenly called, we call it that the roots of the polynomial or solution of the polynomial. So for any real number, if we substitute that real number in the polynomial and as we get answer 0, then that real number is root of the polynomial, or we can say it is a zeros of the polynomial. So important note I have quoted here. Let's see, a real number k means any real number can be there. Okay, so we just consider it as a variable small k is said to be a 0 of the polynomial if p of k is 0. Now what about the linear polynomial? So here the zeros of the linear polynomial ax plus b is minus b upon a. Now as you know, students, this ax plus b is a general form of the linear polynomial. Let us understand this by one example. See here, I have taken one example. This is one polynomial 6x minus 3. We now equate this polynomial with 0. So px is equal to 0 means 6x minus 3 equal to 0. If we change the side of this minus 3, it becomes plus 3, and this 6 will go in the division. So here we get the answer 1 upon 2. It is nothing but the minus b upon a. Here b is what? Nothing but a constant term, and a is what? The coefficient of the x. So from this we conclude that zeros of the polynomial is related to its coefficients. Okay, this is only for linear polynomial, but there are also another formulas for quadratic polynomial and cubic polynomial also. I will tell you it later on. Now we will see the geometrical representation. Here it's very actually interesting and important that as we draw the graph of the polynomial, then how it looks, what is the nature of the graph. From the graph we can say many things about the polynomial. Here in this chapter we are not going to see in the details about this geometrical representation. It's just an overview. Now let's get started. First we will take a linear polynomial. Say this is a graph of one polynomial, and you can observe that this graph is a straight line. Okay, this graph is a straight line. So for the linear polynomial we get the graph straight line, and it exactly touches the x-axis in any one point only, and that is its x coordinate. Y coordinate becomes 0. Okay, see here the graph is a straight line which intersects the x-axis exactly at one point, and that is minus b upon a comma 0. Okay, so linear polynomial has exactly 1 0. Alright, that is the point where the graph intersects x-axis is called the zeros of the polynomial. Where the graph cuts the x-axis, that point become our 0 of the given polynomial, whether it is linear graph, quadratic graph or cubic graph. This is for the linear graph, linear polynomial. Now we will check and we will see for the quadratic polynomial. What happened in the quadratic polynomial? See, here 3 types of graphs, 3 or 4 types of graphs students you can observe. See, this is the first graph and it is shaped like this curve. This shape is called the parabola. This shape is called the parabola. Here you can observe students that this graph cuts the x-axis into different points. So we can say this graph has 2 zeros. Means this polynomial has 2 zeros, and which are they? See, here it cuts at minus 1 point. So the point is minus 1 0. Coordinate is minus 1, x coordinate, and y coordinate of course 0. And here it cuts the x-axis in 4. So coordinate 4 0. So 2 zeros we get here. Same way, here somewhere it cuts only at one point. Okay, and see this is also shape of a parabola, but it is downward. Alright, it opens downward and touches the x-axis at only one point. Here also the same thing, the graph opens upward. Parabola opens upward and cuts the x-axis in only one point. And see here the graph, what about this? This parabola does not cut the x-axis at any point, means no 0. Okay, here 1 0 only, and here 2 zeros, means we can say 2 solution, here only 1 solution of the polynomial, and here no 0. Okay, so about from this graph we can conclude that points on the graph where it cuts x-axis is considered as our zeros of the polynomial. Okay, and the shape of the quadratic polynomial is a parabola. Either it opens upward or it opens downward. Now how can we say it opens upward? When it opens upward and when it opens downward, then it depends upon the a. A is what, students? Here see, a is coefficient of x square. If this coefficient, if this a is greater than 0, means the value of this a is 1, 2, 3, whatever, but it should be greater than 0, then the graph, then the parabola will open upwards like this. Okay, and if the value of this coefficient a is less than 0, means it becomes negative, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, and so on. If any of the negative number is there, less than 0 value is there at the place of a, then this graph, this parabola opens downward. So from that 3 graphs, see again I am saying you this 3 graph. Here 2 0, 2 solution 1 and 0. From this graph we conclude that the quadratic polynomial has at most 2 0. Now what is the meaning of this word at most? Means this polynomial can have 2 zeros, less than 2 zero it can have, but more than 2 zeros the quadratic polynomial does not having. Okay, are you getting? Yes or no? Again I am saying that 2 zeros the quadratic polynomial has. Alright, less than 2 zero is possible. 1 zeros it can have, no zeros it can have, but not more than 2 zeros the quadratic polynomial has. So this is about what the quadratic polynomial and its graph and its nature. Now let's see for the cubic polynomial. What about the cubic polynomial? Which kind of the cubic polynomial graph possess? Now you know friends, the cubic polynomial has the degree highest degree 3. Okay, polynomial having degree 3, we know that, we have already discussed it already. See this graph, this is a graph of this polynomial, this is the shape of like this, and you can observe here that 3 points are there. This graph cuts the x-axis in 3 different points, means it has 3 zeros. Okay, see here this graph, this is the graph, this is already given in a textbook, I have taken that only, so you can understand it very clearly. See, this is the graph of this y is equal to x cube. Okay, so this graph cuts the x-axis in only one point, that is 0, its origin point, nothing else, and it does not cut the y-axis anywhere. Okay, here see, this graph cuts the x-axis in only one point, that is 1. Okay, so we can say this has 1 zero. So this polynomial has only 1 0. This polynomial has 3 zeros. Now what can we conclude for this graph? That the cubic polynomial has at most 3 zeros. What is the degree of the cubic polynomial? 3. And what is the solution at most? That is 3. Now again I am telling you, for quadratic polynomial degree is 2 and the number of at most 0 is also 2. For cubic polynomial the degree is 3 and the number of zeros, that is at most zeros, that is also 3. Means students, the polynomial having that much degree and that much solution it possesses. Less than that is possible, but more than its degree the solution cannot possible. Okay, so important note I have quoted here, polynomial p of x of degree n has at most n zeros. Alright, I hope you are getting this point very well. Okay, at last I have 2 questions that see, why solution of polynomial is called zeros of the polynomial, and it is actually, the answer is very interesting. What is the difference between equation and polynomial? Find the answer of these 2 questions and please comment me your answer. In the next session I'll give you the answer too. Okay, if you cannot understand in any of the topic, in any of the calculation, then you can comment below and tell me. I will discuss it in the next session. So this is the discussion of your point before your exercise 2.1. So before exercise 2.1, all the topics and all the points are covered over here. Okay, and exercise 2.1, of course it will be easy for you. In the next session I will discuss about the next point, which is before exercise 2.2, and some of the examples we are going to solve. So that's all for now. Thank you for watching and hearing the video. If you have any doubt, you can comment me below. Like, share and subscribe. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe my video. Thank you again. See you in the next session.